Hello everyone, welcome back to PixelPia, where I dive into the world of AI, art and creativity. Today we are going to take first steps towards mastering consistent character in Midjourney. If you have ever created a character in Midjourney and tried to recreate them across multiple images, you know how challenging it can be to maintain consistency. Whether it's for a story, a branding project, or just for fun, having consistent character is crucial for keeping a cohesive look across your work. And I will walk you through these tools to help you keep your characters looking just right in every image. There is a lot to learn about consistent characters, so today we'll focus on the basic, and in a future video I will dive deeper into advanced techniques. So let's get started. And the first thing I want to talk about is what do I mean by consistent characters and how do Midjourney interpret the parameters when we try to achieve it. Well, a consistent character looks the same or very similar across different images. You want their core feature like hair, clothing, facial structures, or even their expression to remain unchanged, even as you place them in a new scene or have them perform a different action. And for this, we are going to use the three parameters Cref, which means character reference, Sref, which stands for style reference, and CW, which stands for character weight. And we're going to start by looking at the character I created for us to use in this. So let's move over to my computer. So here we are in my Midjourney, and this is the character I created earlier to use for this exercise. I only wrote a girl around 13 years old with short spiky red hair, green eyes, wearing a leather jacket and black jeans and boots. I opened the image, and down here we have use, and we have either image, style and prompt, and we don't want any of that. So I use style, and then when you go up here, you see if you hover over here, style is the little paper clip. But the little humanoid figure here, if we click that, she is set as a character reference. And I click on style once more, and now she is a character reference, and we will use the same style in our images. And to save some time, I have already created a group of images. In the first one, I chose to use the original prompt here with a girl around 13 years old and all of that. And after boots, I added looking into the camera, smiling. So I wanted the same girl in 4 different variations here where she is smiling. So let's look at them. So this one or this one would probably be images I would use. But these are the 4, and it looks very much like our original girl here. And the background and everything is similar since I added this same image as a style reference. So here she is smiling. I also added looking into the camera angry, and I got these results. This looks very much like her, and this could also go as her. I also tried the same prompt but changed it to crying. So here we have her crying. She's more pouting in that image, but again, image 4 and image 2 here could work very well as the character. And then I chose yawning. And this is a very great image, I think, of her yawning. That looks very strange. And this is a good one too. And I don't know about that. But at least two of them I could use in every situation. So here I used both style reference, the Sref, and character reference. And it's important to remember, if we go back to the original one, when we add it here as a style, we have to go up and change it to be character reference. But we can do so much more. I continued after I have done these 4 sets of emotions. I also wanted to see if I could make the same characters in a different style. And this time I went into explore, and I will show you. I have them under my lights here. The first one, I chose this image as my style reference. So I wanted the portrait of her. And let's go and look at these 4. So this is the same character, but as a portrait. And I think this is really fun to do. I also did her using this image as a style reference. And here we got these results. You see, it's a totally different vibe when we use that style reference. And then I went into a little bit more colorful. I used this image as my style reference, and I got these 4 images. And as you can see, it still looks like our girl, but in a totally different style. I also went in and chose a more Picasso-inspired image as my style reference to see how that will impact our character. And here she is. And I think we can still see her as our character, but in a totally different style. And for all these, I just wrote a young girl. And then I have, if you look to the right here, I have the original image as my character reference and the image I found as a style reference. I used this pencil drawing as my style reference, and now she looks like this. The last style reference I used is this one. Here I changed the prompt a little bit. Standing in front of a mirror, seen from behind with the reflection in focus. And here she looks quite different in the mirror, but if we look at her backside, it still looks like her. So depending on what you want, if you want the style to be very much like your original image, you use that image as both a character reference and a style reference. If you want to use the very similar image but in a different style, you can use any image as your style reference. And we are gonna go down here and do a couple together, because now we are gonna talk about character weight. So we pick her. I have to choose style down here and switch over to character reference. So now we have our girl as our character reference. The CW, or character weight parameter, is set to default at 100. And at 100, it keeps the facial structure, hair, and even clothes very, very similar to the character reference. So we are going to write a new prompt here. Say, sitting on a park bench. And we will not give any instructions about clothing or anything. And first, we do it with the default character weight. I'm actually gonna change to a square image here so it goes a little faster each time. Sitting on a park bench, and let's see what the results will be. We have no style reference here, but we have the character reference. 4 totally different styles. I don't know how much that looks like. Let's rerun that one more time. Sitting on a park bench, and I can just in the image I just created, I can just click on the character reference here and it put it back as a character reference facing the camera. Let's add that so we get her looking at us so we can better determine the likeness. And here we have her. And this looks very much like her. Hair and clothes are almost identical. And this is with the character weight of 100. Now we are going to add that character weight and let's go down with 20 each time. So let's do 80 this time. So all I do is I do --CW space and the number I want. So let's look at her. Now her facial structure should be very much the same. This was character weight 100. This is character weight 80. You see, it's a little different style. Her hair looks a little different. And remember, all of these are in different styles since we didn't set a style parameter. Now let's go to character weight 60. And now they have changed even more. Her clothings are different. Her makeup looks different. Her style overall looks a little different. Now we are down to character weight 40. And here we see a bigger change in style of her. And character weight 20. You see here she got longer hair. Here she looks a little bit more polished. And character weight 0. And this could be a totally different girl. Adding her as a character reference. Adding a character weight of 40. Let's find a reference image that we would like to see in the style. Maybe we want it to be watercolor. So I click on that image and add that as a style reference. So let's see what happens when I added a style reference to our image. And I can do the same thing, just click on my little images here and they put them as character and style reference. And we can have look at it with character weight 0 just to compare the two. So here is our first 4 images with a new style reference. This is with character weight 40 and this is with character weight 0. And as you can see, in this image, she looks very different from our original. Both the images and the character weight 100. So here we see we have the same style of image like our reference, but she looks very much the same. And that's it. Today we have covered the basics of creating consistent characters in Midjourney using Sref, Sref and CW parameters. These are powerful tools that can help you maintain the same character look and style across different images, making your creative project much more cohesive. In my next video, I will dive even deeper into consistent characters. Exploring advanced technique like using multiple characters references and fine-tuning your prompts by editing. In the meantime, I encourage you to try these parameters yourself and experiment with your characters. Let me know in the comments how it goes. And if you have any questions or tips of your own, I love to hear them. And don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials like this one. And I'll see you next time. Bye!